All right, guys, I'm coming to you live. I'm putting in a pndb, a power net distribution. I forgot what else it was, but it's for the I have a Freightliner Cascadia 2017, and I've been doing some research or whatever, and this box right here, I don't know if you guys can see in here, but this box right here is the pndb. If your truck is just cutting off and cutting back on while you're driving, and it just does it once in a while, or one day it constantly did it to me about maybe 7 to 10 times back to back, and I was like, I'm not going to go through that situation. I was actually going down the highway in Jersey 55. It was pitch black, and that happened to me. So if your truck is cutting off and it might not do it for a while or a couple of weeks, or then it'll do it again, or maybe once or twice a day, then this right here is your solution. If you open up this box right here, you have let me just show you. You have breakers. You have breakers right here, and in the old box, I already opened it up, and this is the new one I'm showing you. None of the breakers in the old box or the fuses are broken, and what they said, the dealer said that it's actually this. What's in here, I don't know. There's something in there, I don't really know what it is, but that's what's causing the truck to lose power, come back up, and do what it do. Now, mind you, I'm going to, it shouldn't take me long. I'm going to pull down the old one and put the new one up. And from what I can see, it's only about 2 bolts to actually take the pndb off. It's these 2 bolts. But you also got these 3 that the cables are going to, and you also have this one that the cables are going to. But these 2 right here on the truck is the only thing that's really holding that on. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And by the way, let y'all know, if I could do it, anybody could do it. So you gotta learn your truck anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You see, I got a little bit of tools here, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of tools there, but all I need is, you know what I mean, a ratchet. And let's get started, whatever. So I'm gonna put the new one back in. Oh, let me tell you guys something about this. Once I get the old one off, you guys are going to notice that this piece right here, this little piece right here, this little flat, is actually missing off the old one. I'm just sitting here looking in there and I'm analyzing all of this, but I was told that's why this crease is here, that you are to bend that piece off. It's just a piece of plastic that you'll see exactly what I'm talking about once I get this old piece off. So here it goes, the new one back in the box. I'm gonna sit that to the side, and I'm gonna pull out my magnet tray because I ain't got time to be losing no bolts, okay? And I have a long extension because, you know what I mean, you wanna be careful up here because you have airline hoses and you don't wanna be in there working all close, like all up in there like this. So I have extension that'll fit right on them, and I can easily get them out without disturbing the airline hoses. So that's one good tip that I can give you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is find the actual right socket, and I did, and this is for the one up in the right hand corner. It's just a 1/2 inch socket. It's a deep socket though, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, that's locked on there. And, I have a good camera crew right now. Name's Kai. I hope she's getting everything, but if you have to step back and get it, you could do so. So, okay, we know that's not the one that I actually want. All right, here we go. And before you get started, you definitely want to walk around to your cutoff switch that's inside the truck and turn the power completely off so you have no feedback while you're taking off this power unit. Believe it or not, this is actually a power unit as well, except for the one inside your truck is the one you actually turn on and off. So let's just get started. And I'm starting this about 2:37 or whatever, and let me just get in and get started because it's not going to take but so long. So if you can see me get in here and get this, you'll see that it's wow, actually it was so loose, really easy to get to. Like I said, if you can see, I'm already got the top screw off, and I'm gonna pull it out because I don't want to get it, you know, and put it down on a magnet, you know what I'm saying? Don't lose those, you know. So all right, now I'm gonna hit the bottom screw first. You know, another thing is, let me pull the actual cables off of the actual unit. Let me just step in and peek my head back here without dropping anything. Actually can't get the little wires off, so let me get started taking this other bolt. And the one that I'm actually taking off right now, let me show you on a new one. I had gotten this one off. I'm actually working on this one right here, and then I'm gonna go down. I have to pull these two out. That's why you guys see me trying to pull the latches up on these two. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. I'm working on this bolt right here, and I'm gonna go down, and then I'm gonna hit this bolt, and then the final bolt is the actual take it off. I'm gonna leave this bolt on here first until I get everything off the components so that it doesn't drop down. So that's what I'm gonna do. I got this extension on there. I can just go right in and get it, and I'm not having no problems with the actual. I'm not having no problems with the actual. With the actual airline hoses. So let me take out this screw. This bolt. Be sure not to get them mixed up or whatever. You know, this actually is the one that goes on the left hand side at the top. This actually is coming off the cable side. Just a little bit of tips. I'm not having no problems. I'm I'm not running into anything where I gotta unloosen something, cut anything. But you know, everybody's truck is a little different. But for the most part, if you're having that problem with the Freightliner, if you're having that problem with the Freightliner shutting off and shutting back on, I'm just trying to get out the boat. I said, why am I doing it the hard way instead of just sticking something in there and pulling it out, right? Didn't want to do that. And the reason why I'm using a deep socket is because, you know, you have a little bit of prongs that's left up on there. So, and believe it or not, guys, this is my first video ever for YouTube. So, I mean, I hope I'm doing a good job for you guys. But I know for a fact this is going to be fairly quick and to the point. Like I said, I got everything completely off. I got all 3 screws. I'm working on this screw right here. And I'm not having no trouble with the airline hoses. That's why I'm using this deep socket. And everything is going according to plan. I said, you know, let me get up there this weekend and get this off and put the new one on. I'm not having no problems. So, hey. Besides the bolt getting stuck in that socket. But we're getting them right out. Okay, I'm going to move along. If you can get right in here for camera shot, and you see these screws right here where I had got the bolts off the cable. These are the cables. So I'm just going to reach back there and start pulling the cable actually off. But I'm going to need the camera to step back just a little bit so I can get it. I need 2 hands. And they're coming right off. Got the top one off. I have the washer that just fell behind the tire. Can you give me that washer so I can put it directly behind the tire? It fell directly behind the tire, right behind the tire. Thank you. You see it in the magnet tray. Alright guys, I have that off. I'm going to like this, seal it up. And I have the other one on. And I'm just going to seal it out to the side. I mean, they're coming off fairly easy. You know, my hands are big. I need something to hold the opposite side, just to hold it while I'll pull it from this side. Nothing major, just something to hold it. Wow, I can't get a grip on it because my hand's a little too big. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just keep wiggling. There it is. It's coming off because I'm wiggling it. All right, so now let me get this other bolt off because I'm actually, I got to take off the actual clamp up. If I had my flathead screwdriver and stopped using the wrong tools, I'd be alright. I should just stop being lazy and get my flathead screwdriver out. That means I gotta. Alright, let me see when I get it. I got one. Nothing. Alright, I gotta get my flathead screwdriver because I'll be right back. Alright, I'm coming back now, guys. Had to grab the flathead screwdriver out the side door. And this is just because I can't seem to pop on the piece, the clip. It's a clip on here. And I have to get one of them off and then go to the next one. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I clicked it and got that one on. If you guys see this, I mean, I'm no photographers over here playing with hair instead of, you know, doing this, but here you go. If you can see it, I took the one off. That's one at the bottom, but let me get the top one off and I can pull it off. And guys, that was like no time at all. Now guys, I got the other one off. You can look back here and see if she can put the camera back there. That's the other one. Right about there, that's the other one. So now I can take off the other bolt and get it from under there. So, gotta get a good look in there. I'm gonna get the other one off. Got that. And you can tell that, you know, this is some type of power supply because you literally have the cables from the battery going to this. So now I see why the pndb was going bad. And all this time I'm thinking like, man, is it the shut-off switch in the truck? Like, guys, you're gonna save yourself hundreds and hundreds of dollars for somebody putting this in for you, going to the dealer or whatever. The pndb power box that I just purchased from Freightliner, Campbell's, and I'm just having a problem getting the bolts off. You know, brand new socket, so what do you expect? I only paid $308 with tax. I think it was like maybe $320 something. But you'll save yourself a hell of a lot of money doing this shit yourself. And for the most part, like I told you, if you use a long extension, you're not going to disturb your airline hoses. You don't have to worry about later on, you know, because these things crack, and you know once they crack, you got a problem, because then you got to trace it, see where it goes to, and you don't want that problem. Do yourself a favor, use a long extension, and get it the hell off. So with that being said, that's what I'm doing. And it's working out perfectly. And it's actually coming right off, guys. Look at that. I wish the other screws had this little lip around it on the other ones, because it's so much easier to come the hell off the ratchet. All right, guys, got everything on. We're gonna reach back here, pull the actual cables off. I know you guys could hear it and see it moving. And I am going to tell you that there is one thing in my way, and you won't believe what it is. It's a zip tie. A freaking zip tie. One zip tie that's literally in my way from pulling it off. And if you guys can see my hand, it's right here. It's a zip tie. I'll put that zip tie back on. But for now, oh, you know what I can even do? I don't even have to cut it. I can take it out of the spot that's actually holding it. Ain't that something? It's like a little grommet that's actually holding it in. So I'm gonna, I don't want to freak with the grommet. I see that already is giving me a problem. So I'm just gonna cut this zip tie. Give me a second. What's in between, what's in the zip tie, what's holding the zip tie, I have no idea, but that's the only thing that's stopping me, guys. So you know, I'm getting rid of this fucking zip tie. And I'm trying to be careful that I don't cut nothing but the zip tie, and I'm taking my time in cutting it. Don't want to go crazy and hit an airline hose, because that wouldn't be good. Then you run into a whole bunch of other problems. All right, got the freaking zip tie off. What was holding me up is now out of the way. With that being said, I'm not going to rip it completely out. Take my time and take it out. Get it off. Wow. Here you go. This is the old one. It took me less than about maybe 11, 12 minutes to get it off. For some reason, this feels way heavier than that, the new one. I don't know. But this was a problem, guys. And you see, I done ripped my gloves up. Not worrying about that. Just want to get this done. Guys, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of money. You're going to save yourself a whole lot of money switching this out yourself with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freaking screws. A zip tie was in my way. You're going to save yourself a couple $100. You know, the guys told me just to put the shut-off switch that's in the truck that you turn your power off with. They want to charge me $500 a part, $75. Is that a rip-off of what? When it's 4 bolts and you can do it yourself. So, you know, we got 6 bolts. Come on, it's a no-brainer. All right, this is the old. This is the new. And it's going in. I'm just going to chuck this right on the ground because I don't need this. Sorry about that. So, right back in the same exact way I took it off. With no problems. For the piece, that zip tie that was holding me up. And get that right on. Trying to find a hole. Don't tell my wife that. Okay. Oh, guys, I almost screwed the fuck up. Guess what I forgot to do? I would have got this in, put the fucking bolts on, and fit. Remember that, hey, back up a little bit, babe. Remember